late today. I'm so sorry. Get myself set up here. I'm so disorganized. The tent's a disaster. I'm a disaster. Everything's a disaster. What's up, everybody? Good morning. What's up, Brian? What is up, Pro Pyro? Was thinking, wow, you're late today. I'm good. I was so late. I was stuck on a call, and then I had to jump in the shower and had to run down here, and I was wearing like a full-on like fleece sweatshirt, and I was like, wow, it is way too hot in the grow tent. So then I changed, make my coffee. It was a whole thing. So just give me a minute while I get myself organized, you guys. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm all over the place. Happy Monday, everybody. Get myself organized, you guys. Everything's a mess in here. And my legs shovel. All right, I think we're good. I think I'm a little less frazzled now, even though I still look like a crazy person, but that's okay. What's up, everybody? Good morning. A little bit of a chaotic morning for me. You know, it always happens where I'm like, I got time, and then 10 minutes before, I'm like, you're live in 10, let's go. It's like, relax, it's just YouTube, nobody cares. So how's everybody doing? Hope everyone is having a wonderful Monday so far. I am having a great Monday. I went for a beautiful Thanksgiving dinner last night. Went to Father Fresh's house, aka my dad, and he prepared a beautiful meal. My family was there, some of which I haven't seen in a really long time, so that was nice. What is up, Yusuf? And what is up? Hey, you! I don't know how to pronounce your handle, but hello. So I had a really good time. The last time I saw my family, you know, they're asking me, oh, how's the garden? How's your stuff? Because I have like uncles and cousins that are also growers. Like they full on grow indoors, not food, but other stuff, you know, the good stuff. And yeah, usually I pick their brain and the whole get together is talking about that stuff. And yesterday I was like, don't be that person that, you know, people might be dreading to talk to you at this party because they know that if they talk to you, it's going to be all plants. And so don't be that guy. Ask people questions about themselves. Don't make it all me, because, you know, whoever's new and willing to listen, I want to talk about it. So it can be tough to rein it in sometimes and just talk about, you know, other people and their boards, blah, 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 all that stuff, when really what I want to talk about is my plants. No politics in the chat. What are they talking about? So yeah, that was nice. Always a good time hanging out with family. And then the best is when they're asking, you know, like, what are you up to these days? And I'm like, well, just up to my YouTube channel and you'll find out. So yeah, you know, it's always exciting when you don't really tell people what you're up to in life, and then all of a sudden you get to show them, and it's always exciting. So yeah, guys, I'm just trying to cool down a little bit here. I've been running around all morning. So yeah, today we're gonna work on popping some seeds. Grow buddies are the best. Grow buddies are the only buddies, RJ. If you don't want to talk about plants, then you are no friend of mine. I'm just kidding. It just makes it so hard. Like, a lot of people in my life don't understand, care, or maybe they do care, but they don't know what I'm up to, so it's hard for them to care. I don't know. But it's like, I gotta sit there and be interested in everybody else's life, so why can't you care about my plants? But the cousin, I got to chat with him. He's a cop. And I'm like, so, you know, what if I were driving under the influence? Would you pull me over? He said, yes, I would. And I would give you a ticket. So I can confirm that if you have a family member that's a cop, you don't get special treatment. So that was fun to chat about. But yeah, so that's always good. Spending time with family, spending time with loved ones. The only companions I'm looking for are plants, so bye-bye. You're the princess. Don't fight with idiots. I mean, there's too many of those out there these days that it's hard not to. What is up, Itchy? Oh man, you guys are funny. Anyways, so yeah, I was going to work on moving the fan yesterday and lowering it after the live, but I actually decided to leave it and work on it today. Not in today's live, but I'm going to work on it today because it's a little bit of work. I'm going to have to switch around the wiring. So I just didn't have a lot of time yesterday when I was doing it. Alright, so I'm going to take you guys on a tent tour in a minute, and then I'll show you guys what we're going to be working on. We're just going to pop some seeds. Speaking of seed, check out our seedlings here. So we've got some growth. This one's like looking so big already. So yeah, things are happening quickly. These are romaine lettuce seedlings. So this method is working really well. The seeds are developing nicely, and then by the end of this week, we're going to be getting them into the orange grow tower here that's already set up and ready to go. We just got to get nutrients into it, and then we're good to go. So that'll be fun to get that set up. Got to get a new tripod. Every time I pull my phone out of the tripod, I end up, I don't know, I'm like ruining the spring or something, so I'm going to replace it. ProPyro, you're 100% right. It is growing faster. I could definitely see there's a noticeable difference when I look at it day to day. But you just wait till I show you guys the eggplant. They're growing so freaking fast. It's crazy. All right, so we're gonna go through a tent tour in just a sec. I'm gonna go and get some jug water quick because we need some water to start our seeds. So just hang tight. Don't go anywhere. I'll be back in 1 second. But I really want to see that one. What are those black sheets? What black sheets? You mean in the seedlings? Those are foam collars. I don't see any other black sheets, so I don't know what you're talking about. What up, Bernie? Happy Monday. Hope you're having a great day. So yeah, let me just get some water. We're gonna pop some seeds. Give me 1 sec. Let me go get them. We'll go on our tent tour. I gotta show you guys the tower, man. The tower is insane. The tower has just taken off in the last couple of days. And last night, was it last night? Yes. After I got off the live, good morning, Main Dad. Thanks for hanging out. After I got off the live last night, or yesterday afternoon, I added in the beneficial microbes to the green grow tower. So I put in nutrients, I fed everything, I did CalMag. 5 minutes later or 10 minutes later, I put in my bloom, and then I added in my hygroben and my hygrozyme, and I see a crazy difference in the strawberry clones, particularly the one that's been in the tower for a while. Today, the leaves like green, and the stems are really red and like really fuzzy. So trichomes, like those little hairs on the stems. Apparently I'm the only person that works at my job. My coworker quit, so I got really hot for work today. LOL, that's hilarious. Hope you're having a great day, Bernie. Sounds like you are. I put you on the TV and it's a third of the screen. I know I'd have to stream horizontally, but because I stream vertically, most people, when I look at my analytics, most people watch on their phone, and so I purposely this way. But you can also stream horizontally for people watching on a TV. I think there's actually a new feature coming out on YouTube for live streamers to do both, to stream horizontally and vertically at the same time for people, to accommodate everyone, people that view on their phone, tablet, or computer or TV or whatever. So sorry, Dad, you only get to see a third of me, but that's okay. Better than nothing, right? Pistols, yes. What is up, local Weedia? Thank you for joining. So how's everybody doing today? We had a nice weekend in Canada. It's a long weekend, so today's technically a day off, which is why I'm off to a slow start today. I was actually going to get right to it and start fixing the fan this morning, but then I got carried away being lazy, and I was like, you know, I'll just leave it for now. Leave it for now. Like, we're going to work on this today. This is going to get done. It's just, I don't know if I'm going to do it on the live. As you guys know, I'm so clumsy. I'm so clumsy that I have concerns about doing it on a live. Just because I feel like if something happens, you guys are going to make fun of me. So, I have a slow moving today. Brian, I feel like everyone's sick right now. 'Tis the season. As soon as summer's over and the temperatures start to change, kids go back to school, people just get sick. Good morning, jackashes. Everybody, if you want to get to know a little bit more about jackashes, I have it saved to watch later. I haven't watched it yet, but Ogo Grown on YouTube released their podcast with jackashes. So if you guys want to get to know a fellow grower in the community, go check out that episode. Andrew interviews him and they talk about all things growing and everything that jackass has going on. So go check that out, and if you haven't already, go subscribe to his channel. He's got some really cool plants, a lot going on, both indoor and outdoor, tons of stuff. Good morning, Hemp Product. Thanks for hanging out. What's up, everybody? Thank you for being here. In the spirit of Thanksgiving, Canadian Thanksgiving, I'm grateful for all of you, so cheers. I apologize for being late today. I still have like wet hair from the shower. I just like ran down here. It's one of those days where I'm like flying by the seat of my pants. 10 tour. You guys ready? Every time I look at the phone now, the time on my phone, it says 12:24. Every time. We were talking about this last week. I feel like for me it changes on a monthly basis. Last month was 6:06 and now it's 1224, which is my birthday. But yeah, I don't know what's been going on, but all right, 10 tour. Let's go. So changes I made yesterday. I raised the lights a little bit, as much as I can, on the current pulley that they're on. Now I'll have to raise them onto the hook directly. So we've got our tomatoes. I defoliated yesterday. I still have a lot more work to do, so we're going to continue the defoliation today. I know it can be kind of boring for you guys, so I promise I'll have some entertaining chit chat too for you guys. LOL. Green grow tower. Holy F. Wow, where do I begin? So my basil was looking a little weird for a while because I added in a little too much, I think from what I'm learning, too much nitrogen. But then I switched the way I did things, right? So yesterday, like I said, I added CalMag, waited 10-15 minutes, added in my bloom, and within 5 minutes I added in the beneficial microbes and the enzymes. Look at this, you guys. What's up, Les? Good morning. Thanks for hanging out. And Local Weedia says, bank was closed, getting a haircut instead, I guess. They have me waiting. Got to go see what's up with that. I hope she's not offended by the weed smell on me. LOL. If anything, she should be grateful. Are you in Canada, Local Weedia? Where are you located? I'm sitting alone, stoning and off. I was already bored. LOL. Man, that used to be me. I used to work at a call center, and they had stat holidays, like story holidays. Nobody would work except for like a manager or a team lead, so that was me. I always had to work on the stat holiday alone. So sometimes you puff one out, have a little edible, something to the day go by faster. So I know those days. I used to just log into my Netflix or whatever I had and watch a show while I worked. And then I mean, the beauty of a call center is like, just put them on mute. Tell them you're putting them on hold, put them on mute, and then the hours are running, so if you're taking the calls and you're on the phone but nobody's there. So that's what I used to pull a fast one all the time. I follow a few Canadian growers. I relate to the cold weather. Oh, Northeast US. Nice. Well, thanks for joining, Local. Appreciate you. Have a wonderful day and have a wonderful haircut. My wife does call center work. Oh my gosh, call center work, it can be fun, but it can be like, dealing with people. I already hate people, and at a call center made me hate people even more. I mean, I don't hate you guys. Cheers, Palmetto. Good morning. All right, everybody. So yeah, the tower. Sorry, I'm trying to re-up on coffee. I'm tired today. Got home late last night. All right. Look how beautiful this lettuce is, and look how big it's getting. We got our mustard greens. The sage is just popping. Like I said yesterday, I dropped off a bouquet of my dahlias, my aeroponic indoor dahlias, and I put fresh sage in the bouquet for my neighbor, and she was like, wow, these are incredible. She was blown away. So we've got all our romaine. I'm gonna have to give the tower a wipe down, but yeah, I see a huge change today. It really just has taken off, and just the overall structure of the leaves, I don't know, feels like it's gonna be a different product this time. This is our strawberry clone that has already a while ago. It's been doing well, but now they added in the beneficial microbes and the enzymes. It's doing really, really well. These are the clones, but they're obviously alive. There's new growth coming from the crown, and there are roots in the bottom. So even though it looks rough and wilted now, it is still alive, and it will continue to grow. We just have to be patient with it. So strawberries can be finicky when you're kind of trying to clone them and stuff, but it takes time, and I'll learn how to do it properly so that they're not like this, and then, you know, that's okay. We've got our little kale, more, oh no, that's romaine. I don't know why I said kale. Yeah, we've got a lot of romaine coming along nicely. It's nice and cool back here, and it's only going to get better once I readjust this fair and that one up there. We're going to get them down low. As for the buckets, we are a perfect pH of 6 today, with a water temperature of 19 degrees Celsius. And it's 77 degrees in here. I think my VPD was at like 1.4 this morning when checked. So yeah, here's the garden. What's up, Eldelos? And what did I miss? Palmetto. I used to do telemarketing for police donations. The call center was across from juvenile jail, and employees were doing drugs in the parking. LMAO. Boiler room, the movie. Nice. Deep green, very nice. Yeah, everything's looking great, you guys. Yay, water sounds on point. Yes, the water's doing so well. I'm really, really trying to take everyone's advice into consideration, and really trying to optimize things in the tent. It's like, it's a package deal. You can't just like focus on the water, not focus on the airflow. You can't just focus on the temperature and not worry about the water. Everything ties in together, and so you gotta, you know, execute as such. So there's a lot of things that I'm trying to work through to perfect or optimize, whatever you want to call it, but things are looking better for sure. I'll just give you guys a bit of a closer look. So this pepper plant, we've got one pepper that's quite large, and it's starting to ripen. And then I don't have anything else other than 2 flowers up here. So that's going to be 3 peppers on one plant. And here I've got 2 peppers on this plant, and some new flowers, some new growth. This pepper plant here, we've got a pepper that's ripening down here. But no other growth on this pepper plant. We do have new growth actually, but it's going to be a little while. And then this pepper plant right here, where's the bottom of it here? Oh, we got 2 here. All right, so we got 1 here. We've got no peppers on it, just new flowers. And then here we've got 1 little guy growing. And then we've got the other pepper plants. Oh, this is bell pepper. So we got new growth up at the top here. Nothing at the bottom. This plant is kind of getting quite tall. What up, Ray? Good afternoon. And then we've got our poblano peppers. So on Wednesday is TFP in the kitchen. We're going to be making some poblano poppers. But here we have poblano peppers growing. We've got quite a few of them, and they're, I don't know if it's because I've been adding in the beneficials, what I've changed, but it's definitely, the peppers are larger than our first run that we harvested. And I've also got jalapenos growing, so Maybe we'll do a combination. We'll do some really hot poppers with jalapenos because these are spicy AF, you guys. They're so spicy. We've also got baby habaneros finally growing. This plant was stunted for the longest time. It's finally bouncing back. So patience is a virtue. Does anyone speak Korean? All I know is 감사합니다. 감사합니다, I think means thank you, right? Or, I don't know, man. Growing up, I had so many Korean friends. Yeah, 안녕하세요. I had some, and I know how to say my bleep in Korean too. Growing up, I had a lot of Korean friends. I don't know why. There were so many Korean kids at my school, and there's a Korean game called Kungi. I think it's how it's pronounced. And man, I was obsessed with that game. So if you know, you know. Sorry, I went on a tangent. But welcome, Madeline. Thanks for joining. So yes, a little bit of Korean, but that's as far as it goes, you guys. Maybe a couple swear words here and there. The second bucket system, I mean, I don't even to zoom in, people, but I'm gonna do it anyways. Look at that! Look at the size of my eggplants. I told you, mine are bigger than yours. They're getting so big, you guys. I'm very, very excited. So every day I show you against my hand. Yesterday, it was the size of my hand. Today, it's like, if I go like this, I don't know. It's quite large. Beautiful looking eggplant. And the other one's even bigger. It's huge. So soon we're gonna have some eggplant parmesan, you guys. Can't wait. So here we've got our other bell peppers that are starting to ripen. I think this might be a red one or an orange, we'll see. Got another one back there. And then I've got new growth now up top, but this is part of what to defoliate today. This is kind of getting messy. Got new growth over here. And our tomatoes doing well, but have to continue defoliating. So we got to pollinate and defoliate. We got quite a bit of work to do. All right, so I think the time has come where we are finding out what varieties these are. So these are eggplant flowers, and I believe they're going to be little finger eggplants. So they are tiny finger-sized eggplants, or actually looks like it could be the snowy eggplant, the white ones. Huh. Well, it's going to be a surprise. I didn't do a very good job at labeling, as you guys know. And then, oh, we've got another eggplant growing down here. Woohoo! What's up, MK? Good morning, good morning. Happy Monday. So then we've got our Chinese 5-color pepper plant over here. Do great. Yusuf, this pepper is very, very hot. Well, not super hot, but 30 to 50,000 units on the Scoville scale. And then we've got, oh, I'm getting caught in the plants here. Just some beautiful tomato clusters. Things are starting to ripen now. I'm gonna have a nice harvest. It's gonna be so good. Can't wait. So yeah, we've got some beautiful tomatoes happening. I've got some like dead leaves back there I gotta fix. I feel I pruned and forgot to take the branch out or something, and it just kind of dried up in there. So today's just kind of gonna be chill. Might pop some seeds, might defoliate, might hand pollinate. The rest of the week is planned, so today's just gonna be a chill day. I've got my cucumber plant, which has already exceeded this part of the trellis, so now it's gonna go onto the second layer of the trellis. And we've got some roots, and here our thing rooted, our broken cucumber rooted, and our zinnias. We've got one that's looking a little, I don't know. The nutrients is wrong. I kind of pushed the limit by putting here, so oh well, we'll see what happens. This one's like thriving. These two, not so much. So I don't know. We'll have to take a look at those. The watermelon, I think it's time to cut it. I did look online yesterday and did confirm that when the stem gets brown, it is ready for harvest. It will not continue growing. We do have new flowers, so maybe it's time I, you know, cut my losses and we just kind of make something with this watermelon. But I think its time is up. And then, yeah, here we have obviously our Chinese 5 color, which I already showed you, but just from this angle, you could see how tall it's getting. And then our dahlia, you guys, I harvested all of these yesterday and I gave a nice bouquet to my neighbor, and I've got more where that came from, which is wild. Like these flowers are growing like crazy, and I definitely think it's because of the changes I've been making. I've been making so many changes for the better that I think it's just improving the quality of the plants that I'm having a hard time keeping up. We've got strawberries growing that are a screwed up shape. The product isn't good. So the goal is to clone these and get these into the tower. So we're going to check on our clone today too. So today's kind of just going to be checking in on things, doing a few chill chores. Tomorrow's where the real work begins. Tomorrow we're going to be, well, after I get off this live, I will fix the fans. So I guess tomorrow I'll set myself up. We're going to do an outdoor live. Tomorrow's live will be in the backyard. I'm going to be cleaning up the outdoor garden and closing up shop for the end of the season. And so because of that, I probably won't be able to show you guys the results of changing the fan tomorrow, but that'll be, well, yeah, we're gonna have 2 days of not being in the grow tent. All right, so that's gonna be cool for you guys. Whenever I do lives outside of the grow tent, it's always exciting when we go back in the grow tent, because then you guys see so many changes. Purple cayenne molly. Cork that melon with some vodka for main dad. I've actually done that before, and I don't know, it's not that great. Do maybe some tequila or something. Don't say anything about the fans in case Hash comes in. You know, I bet you he's somewhere. Have you noticed that some of your plants have yellowing around the outside of the leaf? Only on the lettuce, actually. Nothing else. Just that one zinnia plant and on the lettuce. Why? What am I doing wrong now? What up, Reef? 2 whole days, no grow tent. Yeah, tomorrow's gonna be outdoor garden day. We're gonna be cleaning up the outdoor garden, preparing for winter. Well, there's nothing to prepare for winter. I just gotta clean out tubers, dig out the tubers, clean them, clean up all the dead zinnias, and then collect the seeds. We're gonna harvest some seeds, and so it's gonna kind of just be a day where I'm cleaning the outdoor garden and I've guys with me to hang, and then Wednesday we making poblano poppers. So I think we'll start the live down here, but no tent. We're just gonna harvest the poblanos together, then we're gonna bring them up and cook. Good morning, Bohai. How are you doing? You laughed at me. Oh, very exciting, Bowtie. Congratulations. Worked so hard on your channel. That is so exciting. I'm so happy for you. You so deserve it. And the hot pepper, I'm sure, was worth it for you. Put Everclear and a bag of Jolly Ranchers in that one. Palmetto at Everclear is not sold. You can't get it in Canada. I don't even know if it's like, I don't know if it's illegal in Canada. I just know you can't get it in Canada. You'd have to bring it over the border. That is potassium deficient from adding CalMag without the other nutrients. I did it with the nutrients. So the only it's not yellowing. It's like, it's not really yellowing. It's more brown. I'll show you guys what I'm seeing here. But yesterday I added in CalMag. 5 minutes later, I added in Bloom, and right after I added in the microbes and the enzymes. So I thought that's the way you do it, but maybe I'm wrong. Calcium locks out potassium in large amounts. All right, good to know. These are all things that I've got to learn, but I don't think that that's the case with this. That damage is from prior, and I didn't know. Hash, I know you guys already told me that, but when are you guys gonna learn that you guys gotta tell me things more than once for being it? That's just the way I operate. Like, it's just the way I operate. Whether you want to call it dense or slow or whatever the heck it is, that is me. So, yeah. I'm just thinking, maybe it was from prior, like maybe a couple days before I added in nutrients into the tower, and I did add calcium on its own, so. Your plants have a different opinion than you when they speak to me from the deep. Hash, who the heck are you? and what do you do for a living? First I thought you were like a serious commercial grower or something, but what are you now, like a plant medium? LOL. No, I'm just kidding. I don't care what you are, you're helping me so much, so fire away with the feedback, not criticism, but the feedback. It's all good. All right, guys, let's go check on our strawberry clone first. Plant whisperer taught by Les. Yeah, LOL. So yeah, guys, Tuesday's outdoor garden day. Wednesday is TFP in the kitchen day. And Thursday is going to be Les the Tomato Whisperer special. We've got our seeds that we're going to be getting, and I hear them with my eyes. You know, maybe I'm not the only crazy one here, Ash. Maybe you and I are not so different after all. I'm just kidding. So yeah, on Thursday we get an exciting package from Les. I'm just going to fill my spray bottle here. Put you guys over there, bring it back here for a second. You guys, I'm such a creature of habit. When I tell you I don't leave the house, I don't leave the house. So going out yesterday and coming back, like, to me, what I constitute as late, I am like so out of whack today. Like, I'm all out of sorts. I'm out of my routine. I'm trying to tell you that I can see the damage. Well, I'm glad one of us sees it. What? People are so weird, man. Someone put Red Bull in their coffee maker this morning and now they can hear colors. LOL. Your chat is of us crazies. Yeah, not just you crazies, other crazies too. And for making the same mistakes, I know what causes it. I'm really grateful that you're able to see it and identify it. Going through this a million times over and having this back and forth is what's going to make me retain it. Like we talked about yesterday, when I get it, I really get it. So, just takes me time there, you guys, but it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. And to be honest, like, there are a lot of people that get it even slower than I do. Yesterday, I was trying to explain to people at this dinner, like, what I do, because they're like, so how do you, like, feed the plants? So I was trying to explain. I just put the food in the water and then the water sprays them, and it was just like, so I thought crazy was implied in the word paratrooper. Yes, true. Mexican Red Bull hits different, LMAO. I'm willing to bet that someone else here sees the same thing. They're just not saying. Well, those of you that see something wrong with my garden, speak up. This is an open place where I engage and acknowledge all of you, and I try most of the things you tell me to do because it's about learning, and I'm not here trying to be stubborn. So Hash, thank you for speaking up. I really appreciate it. You have helped me a lot. All of you in the chat have helped me a lot. You guys always give me advice, feedback, and like I said, this is how I learn. Whoops. Got some spillage. Usually I've mastered this without a funnel, but today not so much. Nutrients are not plant food. I understand, but this is how you have to explain it to people, because they don't, if I don't fully grasp how to describe it, how the heck you think other people are going to explain it? You know? Do you currently have a garden, Hash? I'm curious. And if so, what do you grow in your garden? Tell us a little bit about yourself. All of you tell us a little bit about yourself. I love learning about people in the chat. I mean, I know what most of you grow, and I know where most of you are from, but I like getting to know people in the community. All right, so I used a root ball with a sponge, and I put it around a strawberry runner in hopes of getting it to root so that we can clone it. So I'm just gonna fill up and see how it's doing. If it's rooted, we're gonna move it to the grow tower. I mean, we kind of have a root, so it's a very small root, but we do have a root. I started growing when I was 14 and weed was still illegal, LMAO. Nice. That's pretty cool. So you've been growing for a long time. I collect seeds, if you haven't guessed. Yes, I'm aware. I'm grateful because I get to reap the rewards. So we got a little baby root there. I'm gonna actually leave it in the sponge a little longer just to ensure that that root grows. So the sponge is still saturated. I make sure to keep it moist every day, but we're gonna saturate it again. Woo! There's sometimes in there I wasn't able to grow, like military service and jail. Nice. From one extreme to the other, LOL. I grow plants in Tegel. That's funny. All right, so I'm just gonna wrap the sponge around the runner. Get a root ball. And in another couple of days, make sure I keep the sponge moist. And I just check on it periodically. And now I'm just gonna go through the plant and look for any other runners to try to see if we can clone. When I get it, I really get it. Such an ADHD thing to say. I remember random things. It is frustrating. Sometimes I remember the phone number of a girlfriend. Oh, see, no, I'm sharp. Like, I remember all my stuff. It's just I have a hard time grasping concepts. In terms of, like, memory and knowing where things are, like, all my videos that I do, long form videos, for example, like all that stuff, I could do it in one take. Like I could memorize something and like, you know, I have no problem remembering things. It's more, if you guys are trying to explain to me the fans, I'm so literal that whoever came onto the chat and said, take your fan off the ceiling and put it on the floor. I'm like, thank you. That is how I literally, I'm like I don't know how to explain it. I guess I don't know if I'm just like slow or literal person, but I really need somebody to spell it out for me. That way I won't screw up. If you spell it out for me, I won't screw up, and then I'll know exactly how to do it. So yeah, bow tie, it can be so frustrating. And it's only frustrating because, you know, to a certain degree, I care about what I think, and I don't want to, I always feel like this imposter syndrome where I'm like, I have this crazy setup, you know, like I'm very fortunate, and maybe I'm in over my head a little bit with this setup, but I'm like, you know, I don't want to look stupid while having this setup in the background, because it's like, if you don't possess the knowledge, what are you doing with all this stuff? It's like, you can't drive, why do you have an exotic car? You know, that's kind of how I feel sometimes. And so normally I wouldn't get frustrated, or I wouldn't care. I would be able to give myself time to you know, learn and be kinder to myself. But because I have like watching, I feel this pressure that I have to like learn things quickly because I have this setup. It's like I have to earn the right to have my tent kind of thing. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's how I feel. Like I never want to come off as like I you know, set up this very elaborate grow tent, but she doesn't know how to grow, and she doesn't know the next thing about anything. I mean, although that is very much the case, I'm really trying to be open and honest about it, and maybe it'll help others feel comfortable to kind of like learn this stuff without shame, right? Everyone's got to start somewhere, and like I'm not the person to master this whole thing and learn it. Happy Thanksgiving, Mal. Hope you're having a great weekend. So good to see you here. Thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate you. So yeah, it's one of those things where, let's say I decided to do this, right? And I'm not the type of person who's going to go research and learn everything before buying the equipment. If I did it that way, I wouldn't have this grow tent right now. I wouldn't have even moved with this project. I wouldn't have done anything. But because I had the attitude of, you know what, just go for it. And because, you know, you made the investment and whatever, now you have to do it. You have no choice. It's here. This is the plan. And then putting it out there live for people to see, it holds me accountable. So that's why I also care so much about learning things and I'm hard on myself about it. So wow, it just went off on a huge tangent. Sorry, bow tie. Not slow, Natalie. I'm a very literal and linear thinker too. Tough time with social skills and humor is I don't get it. Yeah, see, I have an interesting sense of humor as well. And I just, yeah, you know what? It's all good, right? Everyone best they can, and we all just support each other and appreciate each other. And I would hope that most people don't judge, you know? That's why I'm like blown away. This community, like I come here and I'm like, guys, I don't know anything. And you guys are so kind, and all you want to do is help. And, you know, even if it comes off a certain way, I try to never take it personally, and I try to always just really listen to what you guys are saying, because so many of you are such wonderful growers, have so much experience. I have 100 seeds I'm trying to work through. Holy craps, it takes years. Yeah, I can imagine. I want to be stocked up just in case, LOL. You only want to buy that equipment once though, so you don't want to cheap out, especially lights. Yes, for sure. Now I'm realizing that you know, had I done maybe some proper research, there's a lot more that I would have factored in now in hindsight. Thanks so much for saying that, Jack Ashes. It's definitely a work in progress, but I'm trying to show people that, like, I don't want to be stagnant, you know? You have set up, you want to make it worthwhile and make sure that you're not recouping the cost per se, because that's kind of challenging, but you know what I mean. Making the best of it and maximizing things. I still know all the phone numbers I memorized in the 90s, me too. But they're all information now. At least I have an endless list of pin codes to choose from that I can't get. LOL. That's funny. Yeah, I remember, like, my elementary school's friends' house numbers. You know, because back then you'd have to call them. Want to go play? Want to go hang out? My whole church was laughing at my melting Dorset Naga face. LOL. My preacher was there. Oh my. Made it to his Sunday school lesson. Do not eat peppers or Dorset Naga peppers. That was a lesson that they taught. Video coming out soon. It was hilarious. You're doing amazing in that tent. Thank you so much for saying that, Bowtie. And well, you did amazing with Pepper, and you're doing amazing with your channel and your garden. I really enjoy this community. You guys truly, I know it sounds so cheesy, but you guys have changed my life, man. Changed my garden, changed my life. This week I feel like has been instrumental in my growth journey. I really feel like I've made some good moves and I'm seeing the results. And according to Hash, we're also seeing the damage, but we're also seeing some results. Every day we're getting a little bit better. So right now I'm going through all these leaves and I'm looking for my runners. So one thing I want to show you guys, and I'll do it a little closer. It's been a while since I've seen this kind of growth on my strawberries. So for a while I didn't have any new growth, and now if we look in there, you can see there's a bunch of new growth starting to happen. So that's cool. It's been a little while. We had a period of stagnation. Things are getting better. I bet you it's because of the microbes, the beneficial microbes that we started adding in. Dog, do you have hemp product? Anybody, any pet owners in the chat? What kind of pet you got? Yesterday at my Thanksgiving dinner that I went to, we had some dogs there, so that was always nice. You know, love it when there's a room full of dogs. Much prefer dogs over people. It's just like I don't know, it's just an unspoken connection when you look into an animal's eyes versus a human. You know. Can't wait for my tent to be ready. So we on trichome watch. Oh, to be ready, we on trichome watch. Nice. Do you grow anything other than cannabis? Still do, Bernie. We just need motorized bikes now. I have a Cavapoo. He is my son. Oh, yes, Bernie. We have that in common. Well, I don't have a Cavapoo. I have a Cavalier. And she is I call her my dog-ter. Not my daughter, but my dog-ter. A dash hound. Oh my gosh, dash hounds are so cool, aren't they? They're like racing dogs, right? You know me. 2 cats, 2 dogs, 10 chickens. Oh, MK, you are living the freaking dream. Like, if I could have 30 dogs, I would. But right now, just have my puppy dog, Scarlet. Except she's not a puppy anymore. But I got. All right. Pro Pyro wins the award for the coolest pet. I got mini shrimp in a tank, LMAO. You sure there aren't sea monkeys, Pro Pyro? If you know, you know. Anybody buy sea monkeys as a kid and try growing those? I was never allowed. Animals over people any day. A freaking men, Mad Grows. Amen. What up, Benjamin? Thank you for hanging out. 2 shepherds. One's 2, one's 12, and not feeling so great today. Her legs are bothering her. Oh no. You should give her some. I give my dog joint supplements. I give her, it's like a CoQ10 joint supplement. I give her ubiquinol for her, I think it's for her heart or for her liver. And I feed her, like, she's on a raw diet. And I make her rice with like things that are anti-inflammatory, like ginger, turmeric. I actually put like herbs from the garden in her rice that I mix with her meat. And it's the same thing, you know, dogs when they get old, humans when you get old, you gotta feed your body and try to take yourself as the best you can. I have over 20 cats that belong to my neighbors and 2 dogs that also belong to my neighbors. 14 of those cats belong to one house. Sounds like freaking heaven, Bowtie, but it also sounds like a lot of work. Don't act like you don't know that foliage is supposed to be green. I mean, I feel like I'm not acting at all. I never said anything about the foliage. I was just talking about the new growth. I'm getting interested in growing some stuff next summer. I do have a yard, but before this, I'd really like gardening, to be honest. I'm joking, of course. I had an ant farm once, though, LOL. And those Japanese fighting fish, you mean the betta fish? CBD for dogs. Yes, I've tried. On my previous dog, I had, she had, what did she have? She had something I gave her CBD oil for, and it actually helped her. Not all foliage is green. Yeah, so actually, Hash, I've been showing you guys this. I mean, you guys aren't going to go back on my lives, but if I go back, before I added in the microbes, this had before. So this, yes, you're right. It's not green. The ends are like brown or yellow. You're 100% right. I'm not trying to hide it at all. This is from before, and so I haven't cut it off. I've just left it on. But yeah, we have some discoloration. Good morning, Vince. Thanks for hanging out. But the new foliage is green. I mean, we do have a little, like if I'm gonna be really nitpicky, then yeah, a little bit here. But I really don't think it's from what I did this time. I think I implemented things right this time. I think that the damage that we're seeing is from last week. I added in CalMag, and then I waited like an hour or 2 hours, and then I added in Bloom. So I understand that if I wait too long, I'll lock out the other nutrients. But I think that this damage may have been from before. So was it on Saturday? Was it Saturday or Friday? I think it was Friday. Was it Saturday or Friday? I don't remember what day it was. Saturday or Friday. I put in my nutrients with the new microbes and everything was fine. Oh, it was Saturday. So yeah. I'm having problems with aphids, but only my peace lilies. It's not terrible, but isolated to that species of that plant. Oh, wow. Be careful. You never know if it could spread. Get some ladybugs up in there. I have all sorts of corals and anemones that are technically alive. They eat, poop, and move around, but have no brain. Nice. Aren't strawberry plants prone to certain things? It's a nutrient deficiency. Like after you guys said that I waited too long, you weren't wrong. Things started to go yellow. So, but yeah, I think that this is from the change, the last time I implemented nutrients. Yeah, like this is fully yellow here. I meant I have thyme plants that have purple foliage. Daughter growing in my pumpkin patch doesn't even have its own foliage parasitic. There's always exception to every rule. Yes, for sure. But with my plants, I know that I haven't been implementing things correctly. So I know that there's discoloration. Like I even had it with my peppers from before, but now it hasn't happened since. And I made the change on Saturday. I added more nutrients. So since then, everything seems good. So don't think that whatever we're seeing right now is from this time, this feeding, or whatever you want to call it. I think it's from the last time. So I'm just checking to see if I have any other strawberry runners available right now. So yeah, after I get off this live, I'm going to be working on relocating the fans. I actually did just, I assessed it this morning. I was going to do it before the live, but like I said, it's been a little bit of a busy morning. I did not have time. All right, I wonder if you can, hey, Bowtie, you would this. Can I root a runner that is fruit bearing? You know how some strawberries have runners that are just like connected to their stem with a leaf, and some runners that are connected to a flowering stem. I know Bowtie has a lot of experience with strawberries. What do you guys think? Can I clone this here? Will it root? I think so, right? I don't see why not. Are blueberries easy to go in deep water culture? That's a great question. I don't know. Wouldn't know, never tried. I know blueberries take a long, long time. I don't think you get fruit until like the second year or something. But yeah, I don't know if that'll root. So maybe we just leave it for now and see what happens with this new growth. I'm going to just cut off all these old strawberries. Root damage, lowering pH, causes potassium lock-in. I've been checking my pH daily now, and it hasn't faltered. It is, so I can confidently say that that is not the case. Maybe prior, this has only been 2 weeks that I've been doing this on a regular basis, checking. However, even though I've been checking my pH and it's been on track, the one thing I haven't been implementing until 2 days ago was not giving too much time in between CalMag and your other nutrients. AI Paris, no, I don't, but maybe, I think that might root, but I take off the bloom to force it to focus on the roots. All right, cool, we'll do it. Imagine if the leaf plants could move and walk around like anemones. Have to fence in your weed plants so they don't walk away, lol. CalMag in incorrect ratios will also cause this, which I've been guilty of, so that could explain what I've got going on. Come back in the watermelon, climb the towers, lol. Oh my gosh, I'm too much of a control freak for that. I would freak out if my plants could walk. I've never grown in any hydro, but aren't you supposed to clean them bucket once a week or every other week? Yes, typically you should be cleaning them. So what a lot of people do, I have something called Flora Clean, so you do kind of like a rinse in your system. But for those of you that have been following along, you know that until I get an RO system, I'm running off distilled water right now, and I don't have enough water to have the luxury of like flushing my system with a product to clean the buckets and replenish and then add in my nutrients and run it again. You need like 72 liters of water just to fill the bottom of the buckets so that it begins to recirculate. And so I just, unfortunately, I haven't figured that out yet, but yes. So in the meantime, I've eliminated clay pebbles to try to keep it cleaner. I've started using high clean right after my nutrients to help make it more soluble and not coat my system. And I've been trimming my roots here and there if I feel like they're not doing well or they have like some root rot. And now just introduced beneficials and enzymes to try to help with the root health so that I don't have other things that further dirty up the bucket. So once I get the next run that I have after I reset these systems, I think things will be much better. I'll have enough water in supply to be cleaning. No, I haven't, Bernie. What's up, Stang Man? No, I haven't done a water test on my tap water, but I was just saying to myself, really should. I need to understand, but I know that it's really bad. Sometimes like when I get in the shower, it smells like a public swimming pool, and like my skin is always dry. There's a lot of rust and calcium and all kinds of shit in the water, and so yeah, I'm scared to use it. But maybe it's not that bad. Cocaine? No, you weren't saying anything wrong at all. It was just a question. I was just trying to explain myself. I often find the need to explain why I'm not doing things if I know that I should be doing something. I know that I should be cleaning out my reservoirs. I know that I should be doing a better job at cleaning my systems. I just don't, and I have excuses for why I do instead. So, welcome to the lives. You'll get to know me as you spend more time here. Excuses, excuses, excuses. Just kidding. I don't make excuses. They're just good reasons. But yeah, Bernie, you know what? Maybe we should do that on an upcoming live. When we do TFP in the kitchen and we're waiting for something to bake or cook, we're going to test the tap water. If it is chlorine, get a staging tank to burp the chlorine out. Could save you a bunch of headache with the distilled. Recommend testing tap water. Yeah, I will test the tap water for sure. I also get worried about like pharmaceuticals and stuff like that. Like, I don't know the water, you know? Sometimes I'm talking to someone else in the chat, then she gets on to me because she thought I was talking to her. Hash, when are you learn? I mean, I don't know if you're a man or a woman, so I'm sorry if you're a woman, but when are you going to learn that women are crazy? No slight to any women that are here, but like, I get on all the time when you start asking me questions and stuff. What do you expect? Or even if you're asking somebody else a question, I automatically, I feel like I'm doing something wrong, so I got to respond to it. By the way, I'm just joking around, you guys. Totally joking around. But women are kind of crazy, because I know I am. Hi Mia, good afternoon. Thanks for joining. What up, Cannabis? Good afternoon. I was asking anyone who knew, really, because I have zero experience and little knowledge about hydro. You guys, I'm somebody who, like, I think everything's about me. So when you guys are talking, maybe you guys are talking to each other in the chat, but I always think you're talking to me. So just ignore me, you guys. Just ignore me. Fun and games. I'm just joking around. It's not just women who are crazy. You guys are crazy. I'm just kidding. All right, I'm gonna flip you guys around and show you what I'm doing here. All right, I cut off the fruiting branches, put my saturated sponge around the growth node, and there we go. Just want to leave it kind of resting like this because I don't want it to shift. if you would just oh man, here we go again. If you would just plant your strawberries in a little higher or in clay pebbles, they would survive. Okay, yeah, try one strawberry in clay pebble. Okay, I will try one strawberry in a clay pebble. What do you want it in the bucket system or the grow tower? Which one which one would you like me to try? Yes, they are the leaf tips are definitely burnt. That's for sure. I told you guys last week I burnt my plants. I totally burnt my plants. So it ain't news. You guys are funny. Oh, that's really funny, Hash. I like that one. For some reason, cannabis content viewers remind me of women. They tell everyone their garden is a 10 when really she's a 6. I love that. Hash Leo Wikipedia for TFB Grow Tent. LOL. I mean, here I am calling everybody crazy, and Yusuf says I'm sweet. LOL. Well, whatever you guys consider a compliment. Man, you guys are funny. All right, I'm not even working today. I'm just tired. All right, so we'll see how that roots. But that was funny, man. I'm gonna use that one. Sorry, Hash. I'm gonna steal that joke. I like that. Okay, I also, what else do I have to do here? So since we're talking about clay pebbles, oh, I don't have any clean ones here. I was gonna do pebble strawberry right now. I just don't know if I should do it in the buckets or the tower. I've got some pruning to do, so I'm going to take you guys in here. Just going to get something for my waist. I've got to focus on the peppers, and I got to finish these tomatoes here. Thanks so much, Cannabis. We doing a little bit better every day. I take some hot knives in the break room with some bubble hash right now. Bernie, you're lucky nobody else is there. You should do it. Thank you so much, Yusuf. I appreciate it. The tower is probably cleaner. Cleaner since what? Yeah, it is definitely cleaner. Cleaner for the strawberry meat. Sorry. It's okay to add the CalMag to your 1 gallon first and wait 15 minutes and add your nutrients. Oh, I didn't know that, Ash. I've been putting it, so yesterday I did read about it online because I was wondering do I add CalMag and let it circulate and then add in the nutrients and beneficials and then let that circulate? And then I actually saw some stuff online that said, no, you can add it to your res, and as long as you like not circulate it, wait 10 minutes, add the other stuff in, and then circulate everything together is actually the best way. And so up until now, up until Saturday, I have been circulating the CalMag in the system for like hours before adding in my other nutrients. I have been locking at my plants this entire time. I don't even know how I've managed to grow stuff and get a yield, because after seeing that yesterday, I was like, mind is blown. I've been doing it wrong this whole time. What, Fred? Thanks for joining. Happy Thanksgiving. Hope you're having a great May. I think it's a holiday Monday for you. You're in Canada. You're in Ontario, if I'm not mistaken. All right, so I'm just gonna clean up a little bit of my peppers. Just, you know, check all the plants, make sure we're good. We all know how quickly things can get under control. I mean, we got weirdos up in here, you guys. So I'm just really taking care of the bottom leaves. Thanks so much, Stangman. Yes, Thanksgiving. Canadian Thanksgiving. Everyone's got their Halloween decorations out in the neighborhood. So yeah, I can't believe I've been locking out my this entire time. Bernie, I'm right there with you. We always talk about how I'm not into like commercial holidays and stuff like that. It's so like, you know, commercialized. But freaking love Halloween, man. Halloween's the best. I love Halloween. I do sometimes check the bottom of my leaves just to make sure, because the PTSD is real, guys. Once you get thrips, it never goes away. The buckets appear to be about a ½ inch deeper at the bottom, just like the reservoir. I don't know if you mean like the level that I've been keeping the reservoir full. Oh, sorry, Hash. I moved on from the strawberry. See, I told you guys. My brain's like, whoo, whoo, whoo. Yeah. I'll put the strawberries in the tower. No, that's me walking by and like I just did. I destroy the leaves when I walk by, so I gotta be really careful. At least I hope not. I should the leaf under the scope and double check, but I don't think so. always looking for bugs. If you add a gallon of water with CalMag to a system that only has a gallon in it, what happens to the ratio? It's also a source of nitrogen. Yeah, that's probably what's happening right now with my leaves, but now I'm tripping. I think it's something to do with the nutrients, but have to keep an eye on that. I think I'm gonna switch out Christmas for second Halloween this year, LOL. My nightmare before Christmas, I leave my Tim Burton decorations up till January, LMAO, nice. I mean, now I'm tripping, but like I'm so careful in here, but I'm like, oh my gosh, like nothing else is damaged. It's really just the peppers. So I think it's got to do with maybe it's like too much nitrogen, or maybe there's something going on. I also know, yeah, like this rip and stuff is from when I walk by, I hear the leaves, but they're looking like, I don't know how to explain it. They just, huh. I'll have to keep an eye on that. All right. Well, we will see. We'll keep an eye on it. Maybe I should just wait and see. I don't know. I just want to make sure, like, I don't have any pests or anything. I know you are smart enough to know that there are plenty of immature trolls on here. You just have to ignore and move past repetitively. You know what? It's I don't right now at this moment in time. I don't think there's any trolls in the chat. Everyone's just trying to help in their own way. But yes, there are trolls that come in and out of the chat that I have no problem putting in a timeout right away if you can't behave. Thrips go away, but the fear of getting them again never goes away. The PTSD is real. Every day I'm like freaking out that something is wrong. That is why I don't sleep. Like now I'm tripping. Okay, I'm gonna grab a white sheet might be more effective if it's flying. Oh, you're talking about Jack the Skeleton. Yeah, all right, well, now I'm really nervous because seeing some leaves are kind of like torn, and I know I've been a little rough with the electric toothbrush, so it could be that. right, this this has turned into me just inspecting my plants now. I'm scared. Are there any nutrient deficiencies that cause holes in plants? Like, can nitrogen cause the plant to start to rip and get too green and shiny? Because now I'm scared. We decorate for Christmas twice a year, once in November for the December Christmas, and again in July for Christmas in July. Love it. Also Halloween, Summerween. I've never heard of Summerween. That sounds awesome. What's up, Jason? Not yet. Maybe one day. I've been saying, like, come find me in a year, and we'll see where I'm at. I wonder why they take it easier on you than they do on me. I always say I'm too pretty for pretty, but not pretty enough for YouTube. So I stay off both. LOL. That's funny. What's up, Corey? Good afternoon. Thanks for hanging out. Back to the farm from town. Sounds so nice, the farm life. Big C, I go tomatoes, cucumbers, eggplant now, watermelon, strawberries. Well, these are all things I'm trying. Some of which are successful, some of which aren't. But yeah, I'm just to learn to grow my own produce so that I can avoid getting it from the grocery store. So lettuce, herbs, all that fun stuff. So yeah, tomorrow, outdoor garden cleanup. Wednesday, TFP in the kitchen. We're going to make poblano poppers with our poblano peppers. And Thursday, we'll be in the grow tent. It'll be seed unboxing day, providing I get the package that Les has so graciously sent. So we'll go through that. That's going to be a fun day, you guys, because these varieties are like, you've never heard of it, and it might be cool if you guys are interested in trying to start growing your own food or unique varieties. It might be interesting for you to tune in. And then Friday is Orange Grow Tower Day. Friday we're going to get all of our seedlings here. Well, I talk all of our, like as if there's many. There's only a few right now, but got to start somewhere. Get them in the tower and get the orange tower going. Yeah, so it's gonna be a busy week, and after this live I'm gonna work on the fan. I'm gonna figure out how to, so it's affixed with zip ties to the top. I'm gonna cut the zip ties. I have to change the wiring. I'm gonna have to feed the cable from down below somewhere, and maybe I'll plug to the extension cord here where the dehumidifier is plugged into. So actually, I'm trolling to do everything wrong on purpose. I don't think you're telling me to do everything wrong, because I do Google the things that you say, and everything that I've executed that you've told me to try has worked to my benefit. So you're trolling me now by saying that. Can't wait for the orange tower. Me too, MK. It's always so fun to start something new, get a new system going. When you tell me about your new tent, or your new project or venture, I get so excited, because even if it's not mine, it's just exciting to start something new. I believe people have the hand of God. They touch something and the plants come to life. You know what, Akash? That must be the case, because according to I'm implementing all my stuff wrong in my reservoir, and it must be a miracle that all this stuff is growing, because yeah, It's a miracle. You are in a basement, it'd be cheaper to use CO2 in a basement. Yeah, I've never thought about using CO2. I think the optimal CO2 in an indoor garden should be at 800, right? Mine's at like between 5 and 700. It fluctuates based on the rest of the environment. She would need multiple tanks. Yes, that is for sure. Probably like 3 on either side and 1 in the center. It's been almost 2 years now. 2 years since what, Jason? 2 years of me growing? Yes. If you've been following along, yeah, it's been just over 2 years. But yesterday when we talked about it and I broke it down, not really. I had 2 6-month grows, and this is my 3rd 6 month. So I've done a total of 9 months of like hands-on growing experience. Because when I don't have a run, I'm not somebody who's sitting there researching what I'm going to do for my next run. I just hit the ground running. Oh, since I told you I'm going to grow? Oh, all right. Well, no, I'm glad that I didn't when I said I was going to, because I still have a lot to learn. And I want to learn as much as I can before I introduce that into the grow tent, so that when it is time, it's like easy. Not easy, but you know. If her hot water heater's in the basement and it's gas, she's probably getting a lot of CO2. Plus she's in there talking every day. Yeah, and y'all know I like to talk a lot. Since you told me, oh yeah, I already read that. I'd be perfect before you implement CO2 or it will not benefit you. Yet thing I did not know. I had no idea. It's just as easy as peppers and tomatoes. I bet it is, but you know what? I find myself amongst a lot of cannabis growers, and so, you know, why grow cannabis among you all and look average when I can grow vegetables among you all and look cool? That's literally the dumbest mentality, but sometimes that's what goes through my head. I'm like, stay in your lane. You're good at, you're getting good at this. You're perfecting this. I'm already dealing with so many different kinds of varieties that I really should learn more about before even starting to grow them. And yeah, so I don't know, man. It is, Jason, it's just excuses. Yeah, I'd have to, I don't know what the optimal environment is to grow that, so I don't even know if I'd be able to accommodate it in my tent. But Palmetto goal, I really just want to try everything, you know. I've had people say, why don't you just stick to like lettuce and herbs? And I'm like, no, because I want to, if there is no optimal way to grow everything in one space, I want to figure out how to. Like maybe there is a way. So, plant a cherry and apple in your yard. Yeah, I would love to. I just, honestly, I want to get the heck out of the, so and also, like the soil sucks probably. So as much as I would love to have fruit trees, I don't know, I want to get out of the city first, then focus on doing stuff like that. Darren, I do not sell anything other than the towers. You should look into YouTube videos about Bruce Bugbee. He is the doctor of crop physiology laboratory at Utah State. He is also a president of a few different areas at the university with plants. Oh, interesting. All right, I'll have to check that out. I'll just write that. You would be fine planting autos in your setup. I will try it for sure, you guys, for sure. But if I do, it's going to be one of those things where I won't show it unless it's like, you know, good. You already know what you're doing before you buy land and make permanent mistakes there. That's actually a good point. I'm not a fan of Bruce Bug. I don't even know who that is. Good point, main dad. She can get away with autos. 1500 ppm. So that's lower than what I would be doing now, but I would get its own. I wouldn't put it in the bucket system. I would put it in its own system. So I'm not really concerned about like the water environment, the reservoir environment. I'd be more concerned about the environment of the tent. Oh, 15 ppm for CO2. Thought you meant, never mind. Never mind. I have 2 types of apple trees, blackberry, raspberry, blueberry, and grapes. Les, you have everything. Like, what don't you have? You a YouTuber, you have to show your fails. True. You know what though? It's so heavily censored. It's crazy. I don't know what I talked about on yesterday's live. Whatever I talked about on yesterday's live, he restricted. Got my video restricted. So I don't know, but that's why I'm trying to be very careful today, you guys. What is up, Yellow Skunk Farms? Good afternoon. Happy Monday. Having a great day so far. Thanks for hanging out. Some people say 1000 ppm. What's up, Mike? Yeah, so anyways, we'll see everything in due time. We're gonna figure it all out. It's just little by little. I mean, like, you know, I don't know what's up. I get, you get the more trolls, or I don't know who these people are, but anyways, whatever, guys. So yeah, that the fans is something I'm going to deal with today, but there's still things that I have to improve and perfect, or I start growing anything else, or I introduce another system into the grow tent. Even if you think you fail, just still show it, as we can also learn out of your mistakes. So that's exactly what I do with the grow tent, right? Is like right now I show you guys everything. I'll show you guys my root rot. You want to see something? I'm not hiding anything. I'm not pretending, I'm not hiding. Show everything. I want to show my mistakes because that's what it's all about, so that you guys can learn from it, or I can learn from you, one or the other. However, the only reason why I say that about cannabis is just because it's so heavily censored, and I you know, I work hard for my channel, and I don't want to mess anything up or sacrifice anything, and so that's why I'm like, I'm not going to show it unless it's like worth showing. But I still am trying to learn how YouTube works with that. A little bird told me that Les is trying to grow people next to the apple trees. LOL. Well, that's new. Anyway, guys, so all in the future plans for the grow tent, but yes, absolutely, I would love to be able to share my journey. So maybe that's something where, that's something I'll be, you know what, I will share it, it just won't be on this platform. You guys will have to come find me on another platform that doesn't get censored. You could always make a second channel for it. True. Yes, because I'm all about transparency, for real, you guys. I really, that's why I do these lives, is so that nobody, because a lot of my shorts and stuff, I try to keep it polished and whatever, but it's not the reality. There's a lot of screw ups, there's a lot of mistakes, a lot of root rot, a lot of warm water temperatures, a lot of stagnant air. That's also true, but if you do make a whole different channel for only cannabis, true, it would be something that's separate from what I'm doing now. I really want to focus on food and, you know, growing your own produce, because that's really my mission, is just like a lot of women's communities growing their own, whether it's higher quality, like whatever growing, whether it's food, medicine, whatever it is. So that's something I'm just really trying to master one thing at a time and not overwhelm myself. I get very stressed out and overwhelmed easily. I have an 87.5% success rate growing people. Plants is probably in the 30 to 40%. LOL. I have 5 apple, 2 pear, 2 peaches, and so on. That is so awesome, Fred. That is, I would love to have some fruit trees. So maybe in the future, we'll see. Maybe even in the tent, like dwarfed fruit trees. I've got the space for it, so the possibilities are endless. But on that note, everybody, I'm gonna sign off so that I can actually take these fans. I want to make some kind of commitment to myself, to the channel, to you guys, where I try to make one change a day, or one, if it's like the smallest adjustment. I want to try doing one thing a day to hold myself accountable, to keep this momentum going, to improve the garden. So today is going to be hands. Tomorrow is going to be filling the bucket properly and implementing nutrients properly so we don't lock things out. Or I don't know, but every day I want to try, and you know, not every day is going to be perfect, but every day I want to be able to try to improve a little bit in the garden, like a physical thing in the garden I want to try to fix, even if it's just cleaning more than I normally would, or grabbing a leaf and looking under the scope just to make sure I'm keeping the momentum and staying familiar and not losing control of the garden, because I've gone this far. I just want to, you know, keep going. We can't look back now. We've come so far. Anyways, guys, on that note, dwarf tropical fruits in pots. Ooh. All right. You may have to check that out. All right, everybody. You all have a wonderful day. Happy Monday. Hope you have a positive rest of your day. Tomorrow is going to be a beautiful, sunshiny day, not only in the grow tent, but outside. We're taking it to the outdoor garden. Come hang with me as we chop everything down, harvest the rest of the flowers, and get rid of what we don't need anymore, store our dahlia tubers, that stuff. What's up, Candy? All right, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate you all. Thank you for the advice, for the feedback, for the encouragement, for everything. You guys are just my greatest resource, and I just appreciate you all so much. I'm really, really, really grateful. So on that note, cheers, everybody. Have an awesome day, and come find me tomorrow. We'll see you at noon in the outdoor garden. And don't forget to smash that like button on your way out. Just catch up on the chat here. Cannabis, there's nothing to be excited about. The outdoor garden kind of blows right now. That's why it's time to clean it up. All right, everybody. Peace.